For me, art is a source of escape because I tend to lose myself in my paintings when I'm painting. I can paint the whole night and not even know that time has passed and it's morning. I think it's so easy to lose yourself in it and kind of just let go and be in that moment where everything else doesn't matter and you're just painting. I think that's what it has always been for me. And just spending time with myself. My name is Paula Nyangabyaki, yeah, and I'm a Ugandan artist, painter. Art has always been something that I did when I was young and I was good at in school and like everywhere. So it wasn't like, it was like a no-brainer that I was going to do it, but I was mostly doing sketches, pencil work, and I hated painting. So, but I came across a photo that I really wanted to do, which was like rich in contrast and whatnot. And so I was like, this would look nice if it was painted. I think I like realism a lot. And with painting portraits, it's something that I love because especially on things like, let's say, the eyes, and it brings out a story in people's faces and just their expressions and how you can play around with faces to tell a story. For me, portraits are something that we connect to. From what I've seen, and I don't think it was intentional, I think a lot of it was identity and women. Also children as well, because I felt painting children had some raw kind of emotion to it compared to a grown-up, a person who's able to mask how they're feeling. I think children are very raw with who they are and they don't care, and it's something that you can strive to be or wish, like, man, I miss those days when nothing bothered me, and they're just happy or sad, or if they're sad, and things like that. In terms of identity, it's really just finding yourself and your body, in your skin, being comfortable with who you are as a Black woman, and yeah. I really want to be able to make art that people can connect to, and so I really love hearing what people have to say about it. It may not be what I thought it was, but your own story from it is enough for me. Because I think I paint for me first before I'm painting for you. It has to be something that I connect to and I like, then I can let it out to the rest of the people. I think it's just hearing what people say kind of also just keeps me going, because a lot of people would say, oh, this happened in my life, and this feels like this, or when I look at your work, I feel like I'm confident enough, I use the traditional canvas and oil paint, just that. Getting technical, I've had to now start learning how to use my oil paint with different things like thinner and this, which I never use. I just paint, get my oil and let it dry. I like oil paint because it takes long to dry. So it's easy for me to play with colors, come back to it. It's too wet, I can mix, change this, versus, let's say, acrylic, which is dry. You have to be fast about it, and yeah, I like to take my time. For the exhibition, they had wanted pieces that were alike, and at the moment all I had, having come back from school, was my work that I'd done for my project. So it was based off of self-actualization, and those are the pieces that I did take, although reluctantly, because I don't like huge spaces and putting myself out there. It takes a lot for me to do that. It was an interesting experience. It was a group exhibition and meeting the others as well. It doesn't take away the fact that I was scared. about it, especially when they said that we're going to have to talk and be asked questions, and you know. So the whole day I was dreading that part, having been at the exhibition, but it went by, it was okay. Also being around, seeing people, like such a huge amount of people walking and look, and you're seeing it firsthand was also interesting, especially because how I'm saying I like hearing people's stories from my artwork. So you're seeing people enter the room and look at your artwork, but they don't know it's you. And so they're being very honest about how they feel about it and what they're getting from it. It was an interesting experience as well. What I learned from the exhibition was that I could be able to do things that I wasn't comfortable doing, and it was okay. It's okay to be scared, but it's okay to do, and I think it's important to take action and do things, especially if I want to go further with my art. I have to put myself out there. And so this was kind of like, okay, you can do it, so now try and keep working on doing that more and more.